Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tenacious Earl with the beginnings of a new project. Bear with me. This is going to be something that is. It's going to take me a while to get where I'm going with this, so just bear with me. This is not going to be Stratomatic. This is actually going to be my first project that I'm starting that does not base out of the Stratomatic game. Instead, this will be using Play.com's History Maker Baseball. I have been thinking about this potential project for a long time because I think my situation, the way that I like doing this league, lends itself extremely well to History Maker Baseball because this is not necessarily just a plain old generate stats based on cards, like the statistics on the cards themselves, all the selections and everything. This is, there's going to be, I don't want to be taking too much of the real world into, everything is based off of traits in this game, but still, I think it accounts for some other things like streaks and whatnot, where Stratomatic is basically straight up randomization for the most part as far as your rolls go. There's randomization in this too, but there's also some accounting for other types of manipulations and actions and things. So this is going to be something that, like I said, it'll take me a while to get used to. I'm going to start playing, this is game number 1. I may have to play some other ones offline just to sort of keep getting the hang of it, but I figured I'm off today and I would get started on a game just to give it a whirl and get some feedback on what you think. So it's going to be the White Sox and the Angels. So the teams in this 10-team league, I'm going to try to get through them here off memory. Chicago White Sox, the Kansas City Royals, the Los Angeles Angels, the Minnesota Twins, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Yankees, the Athletics, the Phillies, the Blue Jays, and if I can think of that one more, I will be feeling pretty good about myself. Oh, Houston Astros. There we go. Yeah, nice. So those are the 10 teams. A lot of AL teams. We are going to go with DHs. So I'm going to turn this around and kind of get started. Now, what's going to be weird about this is that there's a diamond that's involved, but you don't really see it. The orders are kind of off. So I'm having a tough time determining how best to show things in this. David at Baseball Demos does a pretty good job with. So I'm not sure whether to put the placemat here that has everything or just to show you. I think I'm going to start by showing the lineup card, and then I'll just pull the cards that are that are necessary to show you, because I like to use this mount rather than, like I said, David sort of holds, I think, with one hand and rolls with the other, holds the camera with one hand, rolls with the other. So if you're unfamiliar with this, it's a 3 dice and a 3-6 D6, and then what amounts to a D2. So it's a 3-sided with 3 sides that are dotted and 3 sides that are not. So I consider that a D2. That's how you would get sort of digital answers. It's either on or off, and that's how a lot of the attributes are calculated when you kind of get in that middle ground. It's how they can sort of flesh out between different attributes and sort of split things out. So, based on what the decider die gives you, you either turn that attribute on or you turn it off, which helps to, again, create some middle ground in between these attributes, because just based on the attributes themselves, they will they're sort of like middle marks that they hit. So what we have to do, again, what I've done is I've created sort of the lineups that they're going to use today. Starting pitchers will be Chris Sale for the White Sox, Hector Santiago for the Angels. We have umpires. I realized I was going to get this game started. I'm like, oh man, I need some umpires, and I realized I have 28. So what I did is I created 8 crews. Actually, I have 32 umpires, 8 crews of 4 each, and I've started to slot those into my schedule. So the way we do it is, you have a crew that with one. So we're going to do 3-game series, and it'll be Philden Colbreth as the home plate umpire in the first one, and he is the crew chief of Crew A. Then it's Hunter Wendelstedt umpiring at first base. Second base will be Dan Isonia and James Hoy at third, and they will just rotate each game of the series, just like in real life. Additionally, I took who were crew chiefs in real life, but I randomized the rest of them, and I tried to, as much as they were randomized, so they were in groupings of 3 in the non-crew chiefs, and what I did is I tried to stack them up in ways that the second most, who I consider to be the second highest seniority would be the first base umpire in the first game, and then et cetera, et cetera. So that way, as they rotate, you're going to get, and I think that's probably the way they do it in real life. They try to get their most senior guys umpiring home. And they probably do things, they probably have substitutes and things like that, but we aren't going to worry about that. All right, so first thing we have to do is we have to decide whether or not the teams are in a sunny or stormy mood. So we roll the decider die, and we say, are the White Sox, are they ready to play today? Yeah, they aren't. They are going to be stormy. So that will dictate some other things that we have to do here. And that means they're going to be semi-dissonant. And how about the Angels? Same question. And they get the dot, so they will be sunny and semi-harmonious. Oh, and I guess I should write down the umpires. Are going to be Colbreth. And why this matters is that each of the umpires has their own attributes as well, and so there are some umpire scenarios that come into play that can that can make a difference to the game as well. So, all right. So then we have the visitor lineup that I haven't written in yet, because we have to go with the visitor. We have to go through this quick selection here of for each team. So for each team, you go you roll a d6, and it's a 2, so that means media. And then you roll it again, and that's another 2, and that is a major issue with a player. Roll it again. Which player? 3. That'll be the starting infielder. So then we roll her another time. Which infielder? 6. Choice. So I guess we get to choose which infielder, which is kind of nice, because then you can pick the guy that you are least enamored with. And I guess we'll say the second baseman for the White Sox will be Brett Lawrie, who isn't exactly the greatest. But let's see. So Brett Lawrie, let's see. What major issue does the player have? 2. Unhappy until further notice. All right, so he is unhappy. So we will you write that here, till further notice. Brett Lawrie. So that's not a good thing to be, I guess, but we'll find out. So the sunny side of things here, that's the Angels. Let's again re-roll this guy. It'll be a 2 again. So the pitching coach is for the sunny side. And let's see. We get to 1, give a minor perk to the starter. And which starter is it? It will be last game starter, which there isn't one, so then we just end the roll. So nothing nothing to adjust here for either team as far as like order goes or attributes on any of the guys, except maybe Lori, I guess, is unhappy. We'll see how that plays out. We'll have to keep track of that. So, let's see here. Hi, Al, Red Sox fan. Hi, Lazy Warlock. Yeah, the score sheet, it is available somewhere. If you might want to go to Al Wilson's YouTube channel, or maybe even Baseball Demos, and see if he can give you a something like that. So I didn't want to fill these in until I had, because there are injuries that can happen in those early rolls, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't start filling things in without it being. And so Rollins will be at shortstop, Eaton in right field. So this score sheet is I guess this is probably a semi-official History Maker baseball sheet. It was designed by a guy that I believe works for them, which is Al Wilson. I mentioned it. He has a channel here that we're on YouTube that has detailed all sorts of stuff. So about not only baseball but many other games that I think the latest ones have been the golf game. But History Maker, I don't need to put that in, but let's do it anyway. Already done. If you go to their site, plaay.com, they have sheets that are there for download and printing right off their website. But this was one that I saw David at Baseball Demos using, and he said he was able to find it off of Al Wilson's. I think he had, maybe he used to have a website, or if he does, I mean, I've done a little search and I can't find it, but I'm sure one of us can give it to you if you are interested in it. So I also have to do a quick look to see what the unhappy actually means, because I'm let's see, do we really want to do I want to go through all these? So fielding, iron, gold for Eaton, nothing for Abreu. Let's see, probably should do everything. Icon, nothing. Running is Stoic, and a semi-prospect for Eaton there, or for Abreu. Garcia's nothing. Frazier's semi-iron. Gonna have a couple errors there. Stoic and iron. Stoic means they don't run much. They're basically stuck in the mud. Lori, semi-iron. Not a very good defense here for Austin Jackson. He's a better fielder than semi-icon. And Alex Avila, Stoic and icon. So the other thing that you can do with this game, because they give out... also, I guess I should mention, I haven't mentioned yet, I want to thank David at Baseball Demos. He gifted me his older version of this game so that I could try it out and use it. And so I haven't used it much in the last couple of weeks because I really got focused in on Strat, but I really do appreciate him doing this, because like I said, I think this actually is I hate to say I just think it has some things that fit better in terms of what this game, what I would like to do in the league. So running, he is semi-active, and experienced semi-icon. So Crone, future games, I probably won't go through all of this stuff here on the channel. I would try and get everything ready to just go and play. But since it was the first game, I thought I would. So if I don't know if anybody's seen this yet. Oh, Lazy Warlock. Let's see. He has a bunch of stuff here. Rather see that than... Oh, I see what you're saying. Now I see. Okay. Yeah, he does. Lazy Warlock knows quite a bit about this, it seems. So if you haven't seen the cards, this is what... This came... I just... And the other nice... Like I was saying, if you have guys that are uncarded, there are a couple guys here that aren't carded. They give you a sheet that you can kind of figure out what their attributes would be based on their averages and strikeout strikeout ratio, walk ratio as concerned to at bats. Also home runs. I think it's home runs to doubles is another one. So there were a couple players I had to do that with before this game, and they will. Now since we're doing AL rules, which is DH, we probably will not have as many chances for pinch hitters and stuff, but that's where things come into play. I would say is if you semi-icon. All right, so I think we're ready now. I will probably try to use... So the home pitcher will be Santiago. Visiting pitcher will be Chris Sale. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm supposed to decide on a hot and a cold player here. So I guess we'll start off with Adam Eaton hot, and we'll start off with Brett Lawrie cold since he's already unhappy. Might as well pile it onto him. And all right, so, and I think the happiness must come into some of these choices. So, and then for the Angels... we'll set Pujols as hot, and we'll set Nava as cold, and he's playing in left. I forgot Trout in center. Okay, so we'll get started. Yes, John, this is a new league project, so bear with me as I'm using kind of a new game to me. I played 3 or 4 games about a month ago once I got the game, and so I'm pretty familiar with the mechanics, but just go easy on me. I may miss a couple things, and if that's the case, it's a learning experience, obviously. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll bring out these guys and put them right here. And so maybe this is the best way to do it right there. All right. So we get our 4 dice, we roll, and we will get the playbook out here, and we are off and running. Oh, weather effects, no weather effects. They do have a weather effects chart, but on the West Coast, there's only a chance of wind, and we're simulating August 5th, 2016. I just picked that date in August. And so grass field, normal for lefties. Right, I want to double check that because for some reason I think I might have got that wrong. That's right, I am wrong. So I'm glad I caught that right off the bat. It's weird that on the sheet they put right-handers before left-handers, and then up here you go. So left-handers are semi big and normal for righties. All right, let's go. Rollins will face Hector Santiago. And wow, 3 1s right in a row. So Santiago an ace? No, he is not. Is Rollins a scrapper? He's semi-scrapper, which means he doubles to right. So, and let's see, that's going to be it for that one. So Rollins at second. I got to move my little sheets over here. So they have some extra. Rollins not much of a runner here. Would have been earlier in his career, but not now. So it brings up Adam Eaton. Eaton semi-hero. And a 144. I'm not going to show you all these. Flash. Hector Santiago is a flash guy, so he strikes out. No good eye for Eaton, so that's one out. Jose Abreu. And that is 1, 2, 4. Control. Santiago does not have control. Eager. Semi-eager turns to eager, so yeah, pop out to first base. That'll be out number 2. And Avi Garcia. And a 2-4-5. So there's nothing under that. David whited out some of these early selections. I think there's something else there that he doesn't use. But then you go to the 2-4-5 hero, not a hero. So not a hero, and it's going to be a pop out to second base. And so that will end the first inning for those White Sox. So no runs on one hit. So it'll be Chris Sale. Again, trying to find the best. Oh boy, how did I get water on that? I must have spit or something. Okay. So here is the Angels against Sale. Triple sixes. Head sack, Jeff Jackson. He is Sorry guys, this has been happening every once in a while with this program. I think it's the same thing that happened with the other guy too, so I'm just going to put, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put because they have such wide spaces here, I can put the result here. So if it's a home run, I'll put an HR. I'll put the out over top of the diamond. So good grief. Boy, it's been a rough start here to this project. Got everything happening. All right, so 1-0 Angels. And you know something? I think I already missed something, because I think I was supposed to go with the player experience. I was supposed to go to, what was it? It was a pop out to second. So for Escobar, I was supposed to go to the player experience chart. And so let's do that here. We're going to take this back around here. I'm going to stick with Giavatella's home run because that counts. Yeah, that blew it right over there, Al. So let's re-roll here in terms of Escobar. So we go off the mini chart for player experience. I'll get this eventually. 2-3. Prospect pitcher, definitely not a prospect. So otherwise ground out to second base. So it's the same kind of. It's still a solo home run for Giavotella, but it's going to be a 4-3. And I am semi-sick. How's that for a History Maker baseball reference? Here. Am I sick? Not at the moment. I'll tell you later. So it'll be Trout now. Got things squared away. We got a home run off of the micro chart for glove. Johnny Giavotella with a bomb. I don't think he hits many of them in real life, but hey. This is History Maker, so we are making history. It can rewrite history somewhat. So Trout, it's a 1-4-6. Flash is a strikeout. So that is the first strikeout for Sale. And here is Crone. 2 outs. And a 1-1-4. Fresh. Yes, ground out to short. So anybody in the first inning is fresh. First 3 innings. So they pick up a solo home run, and we'll go to the second inning. 1-0 Los Angeles. And it'll be Todd Frazier. Okay. Semi-prospect player. Who is that? Is that Sale? No. Oh. Yep, take care, Al. So Santiago against Frazier. David is in here. David, thank you for the game. I'm sure you're having some fun watching me try to play this out. 1-1-3. Ace. Santiago is not an ace. Slugger. Frazier does not have that quality. So it'll be a single to center field. Oh, I got you, David. Yes, I'm not only semi-sick, but I'm semi-prospect. Semi-ill. How about that? And that doesn't even have to be speaking of my current state of health. Mental health, even. So we're going to keep going here. Frazier is not a stolen base threat at all. 1-2-2. Workman. Semi-workman, and he's not a workman this time. So champ, or he's not a champ, he's not a whiffer. It's going to be a line out to third for the first out. So Brett Laurie, the cold hitter. He's also unhappy. Needs a swift kick in the rear end if you ask me. 2-3-4. Runners on base, plate drama. Yes, there's a runner at first, so we go to the old plate drama. So Mr. Catcher, he is going to have trouble with this one. 1-2 is the catcher iron. Nope, Perez is gold. So it's going to be a ball. And I guess ball means go to... What is that? That looks orange. My eyes are deceiving me here. David, what? Oh, orange means umpire. Oh, Where is the old umpire? It means umpire. It's funny. It's blue. Wait. Oh, I see. So it says right here, if play result is ball or strike reading, go to appropriate umpire mini chart to continue the at-bat. Okay, so I guess one is the blue, or wait, the blue is, wait. So then where is this umpire chart that I need for, is it just any? I guess it's any of the any umpire chart. All right, so I am like somewhat confused here because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So where am I supposed to go? Oh, based on bases running situation. I see. Okay. Blue 1 event mini chart or umpire's base is empty. So runner on first. That's what I need. All right, good. So a ball. And we go to this guy here. So umpire calls runner on first. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Okay, so we'll roll these guys. Double ones at first base, not respected. So umpires call a double play. So, all right, so that will be let's go forward 4 pages. I just want to make sure I'm in the right one. This is correct, right, David? I use that one. So what I assume is that we go with a double play ball here. Have to fudge the fielding. Well, let's roll. We'll say it goes back to the pitcher. We'll say a 1 Lori. What is he? Right-hander. So we'll say a 1-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning. So we got there eventually. Fun times. At some point, it will become second nature, but for right now, it will be a little bit of, faking it till I make it. I had a pastor once that was one of the things he said about your Christianity, or your, getting it right in Christianity. You fake it till you make it. Or maybe it's about quoting scripture, or, it's kind of tough to do things exactly right each time when you're starting out. 2, 5, 6. Okay, struggler on the mound. No, not a struggler. He hasn't been letting guys on, or he isn't a struggler, period. Champion or patient, neither of those. So infield drama. All right, we're going to go to some good old infield hijinks here with Calhoun. 2-4. Second baseman is Laurie. He is semi-iron. So it's asked if he's gold, so that doesn't really make a difference. Bobbled ball, batter safe at first on an error. So we'll say E2. Or wait, E2, E4. What am I saying? Okay. So we go back to the regular chart now with Calhoun at first. Nobody out. And that will be Pujols, who is hot. 2-4-6. 2-4-6. Control. Yes, he does have control. Ground out to the pitcher. And fielder's choice on the ground out. So it will be a 1-4. Fielder's choice. And that's based on the 2 as the lead number there. Calhoun was not active, so we didn't have to worry about any kind of running or anything like that. Simmons with 1 out and Pujols at first. 1-3-3. Slugger. Not Andrelton Simmons. He flies out to left. And runners hold on fly out, so we'll say F7. 2 outs, that'll be Carlos Perez now, again with Pujols at first. 2-4-6 again. 2-4-6 control again, yes, ground out to pitcher. This time he goes to first with it. That will end the second. Still 1-0. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that it's not an exact science here. As long as I don't go and do something that is like way outside the norm, that's all I care about. Now, you can do some hit and run stuff here. You can sack, bunt, all that kind of thing. We may get to that here eventually. But at the moment, with nobody on base for the White Sox, we will just keep on rolling along here. Austin Jackson. That's a 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. Let's see. Decide or die determines, and yes, he is hit by pitch. So Jackson on with the old beanball. Alex Avila. Let's see. I think with Avila, let's try a little bunt here and try to move Jackson along. So Jackson not active anyway, but let's see. That's the 6, so that's probably, it appears to be the worst potential roll you could have. You roll it again, and it's a 5. Pop out, lead runner out, double play. Boy, that's let's roll another one here. We'll say pop out to the second baseman. So double play ball. Yes. Okay. So we just had a double play trying the bunt early here and having it come up against him there. So Rollins against Santiago, 2 outs. And a 1-2-5. Struggler on the mound. No, he's not a struggler. Patient. Nope. Ground out to third base unless he is a is that a whiffer? And let's see, with the that's a whiffer. So instead of the ground out third base, Rollins strikes out, and that will end the inning. So sorry, White Sox fans, the attempt to move the runner over backfires on the White Sox, and we go to the bottom of the third with 1-0 deficit to the Angels. So we're getting to the third. So we're in the third inning here. This will be the last that these guys are fresh. Then they'll be semi-fresh from 4 to 6, and when we have to start relying on the decide or die to tell us whether or not they are fresh or not. 1-3-6. Ace. Chris Sale is not an ace. Whiffer. That's a semi-whiffer. Yes, whiffer. Strikes out. So Nava is gone. Yaniel Escobar. I'll just go ahead and hold this up here like this. 4-5-6. Patient. Is Yaniel Escobar patient? No way. That's a fly out to center, and then we go on to the next chart, which is the purple chart. Purple is team chemistry. So the Angels are semi harmonious. So we roll 2 of them here. It's a 1-2. The batting team, oh, and I forgot to roll this, but it doesn't matter. The batting team is the Angels. They are not dissonant. We have to go to a fence chart. So I guess we roll 1. Yaniel Escobar is a scrapper. Scrapper 3. And that's double. So a 2-out double for... Actually, it's not Escobar. It's Giavatella. Hold on. Double check that. He is other. It's still a double because he doesn't have any of those qualities of a power hitter. So runner at second, 2 outs. It's going to be Mike Trout. Chance to pick up an RBI here if he can get a hold of it just right. 2-4-4. An ace. He is not an ace. Champion. Not a champion. Ground out short. Semi-whiffer becomes a whiffer, so he is actually struck out, and that will end the inning. So the White Sox avoid that potential pitfall there. And we'll go to the 4th. Angels still ahead 1-0. One of these days I will get so quick at this, and I'll probably do this a lot quicker than the old. Well, I also spent some time beforehand showing you my setup and everything, so that doesn't help. Adam Eaton here, leading off the 4th. No freshness, or only half freshness now. Yeah, I got that Baseball Demo's comments about the decide or die being frustrating. Yeah, it's yeah. Sounded like a goose, didn't it? 1-1-2. I need a third hand, really. That would be nice. 1-1-2. Flash. Yes. Strikeout, and there's no patience here at all, so Eaton strikes out. Three, 4, 6. Eager. Yes. Semi-eager. Too much eager. Fly out to center. So 2 outs. Sorry, I probably should be showing you the book, but if you guys have the book, you can follow along at home, really. 2-2-4. Pitching at home. That's correct. Pop out to short. So Santiago being the home pitcher, and that helps him complete a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom, and it will be C.J. Crone. It was a truck going by. Yeah, it was some kind of, had hazardous materials on it too. So 3-6-6 for Crone. Pinch hitter, no. Fly out to center. So Cole Calhoun. 2, 3, 4. Runners on base. Nope. Hot batter. Reached on an error. I don't think that qualifies as being a hot batter. That's a pop out to third base. So with 2 outs, it'll be Pujols. Reached on a fielder's choice. If it had been Pujols, it would have been hot batter. 1, 4, 5. Struggler. No, not a struggler on the mound. Ground out to third base. That'll end the inning. Oh, what the heck? Wow, that is quite the comment. Fun times on the Tabletop Baseball channel. You even get some infomercials here. Did you know that? Don't worry, we're not getting paid for them. Yeah. 133. Is this a slugger? Unfortunately, no. Todd Frazier is not a slugger. He is a home run king, but not a slugger. So fly out to left. Too bad for old Todd. Could have used that. Melky Cabrera. 2, 4, 6. Control. Nope. Santiago doesn't have control. Eager. Yes. Semi-eager. Turns to eager because of the die. So it'll be a pop out to third base. So if he'd waited, he might have earned a base on balls, but instead he is out. And Brett Laurie, 113. An ace, not an ace. Slugger, not a slugger. It'll be a single to center field. And there are 2 dots behind it. Sad sack or home run king strikes out. Well, Laurie, I don't know if sad sack is because he's unhappy. I don't know if you can get sad sack from being unhappy. Okay, so it looks like happiness and unhappiness is David would be able to help me out for sure. So what was sad sack? I assume you can't get sad sack from being unhappy. I assume that's a different thing completely. So I am going to take that to mean, because if it's a sad sack or home run king strikes out, well, Laurie is neither of those. He is unhappy. I roll a lot more dots. Well, it's because I drew on 2 more. So I was at 113. I got to get back to thinking about this. So it's a single for Laurie. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. Applies to the batter, not the pitcher. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure that the unhappiness for Laurie, which he got before the game, didn't carry into that. Laurie, not a very good runner. And you've got a gold catcher, so hold a second. Could try to steal a base here with Laurie. He's not stoic, so we could see if he gets a jump here, and he doesn't get a jump. Boy, that really stuck to my hand. So he's not going to swing away here, or he's not going to try to steal. We'll just go ahead and go with Jackson. 1, 2, 3 for Jackson. Both flash and fresh. Well, it was semi-fresh, so no freshness for Santiago. Means the ground out to short. That's going to end it anyway. We'll say 6-4 fielder's choice. All right. We're getting there. Top of the 5th is over. Still no runs for the poor old Chicago White Sox. So, Simmons. 1, 2, 6. Fresh. Yes, Sale is fresh. Line at the second baseman. Fresh because of the dot here in the 5th. Perez. 0 for 1. 1, 2, 5. Struggler. Nope, not struggling on the mound. Patient at bat. No, not patient. So he is ground out to third. Does not have. Wait, let me double check here. 1, 2, 5. Yeah, ground out to third base. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather here, so at times I'm having trouble focusing as I'm looking up these lines sort of start running together some. 2, 3, 5. Wild? No, Chris Sale has control. Eager. Semi-eager, but he's not eager this time. It's going to be a ground out to second. Not patient, so that can't be changed to a walk. So ground out to second base. And these teams have both kind of gotten into some dry times here. That is 7 in a row retired by Sale. And it was quite a while there before Laurie got that single. So going to the 6th, it's 1-0 Angels. The only run coming in the first inning. And it will be Alex Avila leading off here. 1, 2, 5. Struggler on the mound? No. Not struggling. Patient? No patience there. So again, the ground out to third, except for Whiffer, who he is a semi-whiffer with a dot. So, oh, wait a second. I'm on Avila. I forgot. Still a whiffer. Oh, wait. Gee, that changes everything. Okay, so 1, 2, 5. Struggler. Not a struggler. Patient. So he's semi-patient, which in turn becomes patient because he does have the dot. So that will be a walk for Avila. We will roll out here for Rollins. Think about maybe bunting or something, but instead let's go 1, 2, 6. Fresh? No, he is not fresh. Sad sack. Not a sad sack. Single past the second baseman. And one base advancement. So moving up to second will be Avila. This is Santiago getting into a little trouble here. I really need to look over these manager cards and see what we can do here, because I think it would be fun to use them somewhat. Like walk to the pitcher's mound, we could use that. And why don't we do that? So first and second here, nobody out. We're gonna add. So this is for Santiago. We will add. We'll add. What's the? Is ace the best? We'll add ace quality to him there. So he already has flash. Actually, what we could do is add fresh, I guess. Maybe that's the thing to do. Oh, and Marvin says make a trip to the mound. I don't know whether it's better to add fresh or to add... you might get fresh anyway if you roll the dot. Or if it's better to add ace. It's probably better to add ace. So that's what we will do. See how that works out. This is a learning experience too, so maybe I'll mess this up. So Adam Eaton. And what would be an interesting thing to do now is to try and bunt the runners over. And basically waste that trip to the mound, if I am right about that. So that would kind of nullify that ace being played, I think. So let's do that. Adam Eaton, yeah, he's got semi-hero, so he could definitely get a hit here. But you're right. So maybe we want to change what, so it's the, so you can add any quality. I wonder if you can add hot to a pitcher. Because you're right. David, a great point here. We did the single pass to second baseman. It's blue, so you have to go to the right now chart. Man, I made note of that in my mind, and then I completely forgot about it because I went on to this other track. I wonder if you can add hot. It says you can add qualities. I don't know if you can add hot or not. Anybody who wants to give me the idea of whether you can or not. It says any pitching quality. I don't know. I guess hot isn't a pitching quality. So probably I can't. Well, so what I probably should do is hold off on this if we have to go to the right now chart, right? Because there's no... We should use that for the next at bat. So let's hold off. We're gonna act as if it never happened. How about that? He didn't go to the mound because they knew that they had to go to the right now chart. So, and I have to. It's getting hot in here. Whew. I need to, it tells you here if it, I'm sure you guys, I'm looking for how you determine hot and cold. Because I feel like there's also a way that a guy gets turned on to hot and cold. Turned on to hot and cold based on the number of guys he's let on, or maybe that's just determined to hit. I could use the one-on-one pep talk and make Santiago neutral. Okay, let's give that a shot. Okay, we'll do that. I don't know if these two will make him cold. In that fact, I've been looking at the rules here, trying to find where it says I know that there's struggler stuff that comes up when you give up a bunch of stuff in a row. 3 consecutive batters is struggler, semi-struggler, and then 4th is full struggler. So, well, we will... Well, let's roll this out for the right now chart, so we'll see what happens. I guess the other thing is that the other manager could use one and say that Eaton is hot right now, right? Eaton has struck out twice, so I guess in theory he probably is cold. These are things I'm trying to learn, and the book is pretty good, but there are times where it's tough to find certain conditions. What does it say? On the batter column 2, 3, 4, the hot batter reference applies to any player. Use the right now guidelines to determine whether... Maybe I need to look at right now. Maybe it's in there. Right now results. Okay. Pitchers considered semi-cold if the last batter he faced got a hit. Okay, so Santiago did need to be turned neutral. And Eaton needs to be got top of the umpire board. Whoa, here we go. Okay, so let's get the reset here. So Santiago's manager has come out and used the one-on-one pep talk, so he is now neutral. He is not cold. Eaton's manager as well, because he struck out his last at bat, he is also going to give him a pep talk, so that's going to even him out since he is cold. So this should effectively neutralize both players. So I haven't rolled anything yet, so let's roll it here and see. Everything's going to be neutral. And that's a 2-4. Hot batter, not a hot batter. Reaches for the outside pitch and connects on a bloop single. So he's not. That's if he's hot. Otherwise, fly out to left field. So that benefited the pitcher there more than the hitter. I mean, it didn't really, in theory, that manager strategy card didn't help either team. What it would have been good is if it would have been a cold batter situation, he might have gotten a good result. Wait, see game board in upper left. Yeah, I did. Now I've got it. All right, so 1 out again, first and second. Never seen dice baseball lazy. Warlock. 3, 4, 6. Eager. Jose Abreu is eager. He's got the dot. Flies out to center. And so 1 out away from getting through this potential problem is Santiago. Now I guess they could still go to the... Well, I guess you probably have to go to the mound to use that one-on-one pep talk. So here we go. Garcia. 5, 5, 6. Is that going to be a good one? We'll see. 5, 5, 6. Ace? Nope. Sad sack? Nope. Double to right field. So that's going to tie the ball game. Sigma is probably not going to come into play here. Whatever that is. That's some kind of additional. So we're going to put double. In comes Avila to score. And let's see. 4 through 6. Third base flat. 2 bases on single, scores on doubles. So that will be 2 runs across, and the White Sox are able to take the lead at 2-1. So Avi Garcia, as he has done this year quite a lot, he has got the 2 RBIs and has put them ahead. And getting close to the end of the road here for Santiago, perhaps. He's starting to struggle a bit. He's given up 2 hits and a walk in this inning. And it's a 3-4-6. Eager, not eager. So he's going to get a walk. 2 walks and 2 hits. Not very good here for Santiago. They're going to let him try and get through this inning. But again, 2 runners on with 2 outs. See if Melky Cabrera. 1-2-2. Workman. Semi-Workman. Yes. He is going to be a Workman on the mound. So that is going to be a single to center for Cabrera. Only 1 base advance, so it's going to load the bases, and I think they're going to have to look to their bullpen now for some help, because Santiago is starting to give up some major stuff here. So let's go with Mike Morin here. We're going to remove Santiago, and this will be the end of the line for him. Maybe a little too late. 2-1. It's going to be Morin coming in. Santiago went 5 2/3. He gave up 1, 2, 3. Guess I should standardize this. I should put an SI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Looks like 2 walks. He went walk free for a while, but we'll fill in the rest later. So Mike Morin in here, righty, to face Laurie, who is again unhappy and cold. So maybe this will help him. But they got the bases loaded and 2 outs. Could think about pinch hitting here for Laurie, but they will go with him. 1-4-4. Flash. That is correct. It's flash for Morin, and he strikes him out, and that gets them out of the inning. So, turning to the bullpen made sense there, and they hold him to 2 runs on 2 hits. But it's they've lost the lead now, 2-1. Santiago cannot be the victor. 2 runs, both earned. How many strikeouts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well do this while we are here. No home runs for Santiago allowed. And we will take a short break here for me to do that. That was the garbage truck telling me to get it out there. So Chris Sale finds himself in the lead here in the 6th. So, see if he can hold on to that lead with Daniel Nava. Wait, it's not Daniel Nava. He ended the last inning. It'll be Yunil Escobar. 0 for 2. 2, 3, 4. No runners on base. Hot batter. Escobar is not hot. He pops out to 3rd. So, Javatella. Two for 2, double and a home run. So he is accounted for the only offense for the Angels. 3, 4, 6. Eager. Yes, he is eager. That's a fly out to center. Yeah, you're right. It is three strikeouts. I counted Morin's. My bad. Thanks for correcting me on that. I was just looking for him. I forgot that Morin took that last one, so I was just scouring and scanning for. So that'll bring up Mike Trout. 126, and is Sale fresh? This is the bottom of the 6th. He is not fresh now because he is semi-fresh without the dot. Means not fresh. Sad sack. Trout is not a sad sack. He singles it, and we go to the right now chart again with 2 outs. And so Sale, I think, is effectively cold. He allowed the last base runner to reach. So the Angels will, let's see. So Crone is, well, let's see. So Sale would be cold at the moment because first 5 innings of the game you always use semi. After the fifth inning, it's full blown. So it is the 6th. So he is cold. So they will. So they can do another one of these pep talk jobbers for Sale to get rid of his. That's going to make him neutral because they're going to have to. They're using the right now chart, and so Trout on Cron is he is neutral now. What we could do is we could make him hot. But with 2 outs, I'm not sure that really helps. I think they would just rather make sure that they don't get anything funky happen on the defensive side. So, although I guess with Calhoun up, maybe you would want to try and get Crone hot. We'll do the same thing with Crone. We'll make him hot. So Sale is neutral, Crone is hot because they're trying to get a runner to possibly come around to score. So, and tie up the ball game. 1-3. Cold pitcher. He is not cold this time. Batter lines out to shallow center, so that will end the inning. So, maybe not the greatest use for the Angels, but if it had been on the hot batter, it might have been good. So, right, but I used pep talks for both of those guys, David. So that's why they're now. Crone was hot, Crone was hot, and Sale was neutral. So I assume you can use more than one of the same thing in the game, but maybe I'm wrong. If not, then I will go back and change it. Let me know. Let me know if I did something wrong there. If I did, I can change it. Now is the time to do it. I'm going to take a short little chance to take a sip of something here. And while I'm seeing if anybody can give me some ideas on that, I'm going to look at the manager card section of the rule book to know whether or not... because they should have something about manager cards in here, right? Manager strategy cards. Play in solitaire or head-to-head. Play any combination of 6 strategy cards. Once a card is played, it must be discarded. It can not be used again that game. Okay, so maybe I'm not allowed to use that a second time. Well, let's go back and rethink this situation. 1-3. And take away the strategy cards because we weren't allowed to use them a second time. Each team had used one of them on the pep talk, so we couldn't use the pep talk. What we could do is we could take a look here and see if there's any other. No, I don't think we could do anything else. So 1-3 was the pitcher cold, yes. So that actually changes it up. That's going to be a single. So it's probably a good thing that we thought this through a little more, because that would have been, and that is a single with a 1 runner advances 1 base. So 2 hits in a row for the for the Angels. Like I said, I'm learning this, so it's not completely perfect at this point, and I want to use these strategy cards. Rules state you can only use certain cards one time. Steals and bunts can be used as many times as you like. Well, yep, that's I'm kind of glad I went back and thought this through a little more, because I think that helps the Angels, which I wouldn't want anybody feeling aggrieved that I let Chicago off the hook with Sale. So with 2 on and 2 outs, 1-3-5 for Calhoun. 1-3-5. Unusual result. Nice. With the black is the ballpark qualities. Black 1. So we rolled 2 of them. Four and a 5. Small ballpark. It is, so Calhoun is a lefty, and we needed to roll this as well, so it's going to be it's a normal for a lefty, so it's not small. Batter flies out to the warning track, and so we'll say that's right fielder, and so Sale does get out of that inning. So through 6, it's 2-1 White Sox, and I'm kind of scuffling along here. This is now let's see. I need to come up with some cheat sheets so that I can relief pitchers are fresh for their first inning of action, semi-fresh. So Morin will be semi-fresh here facing Austin Jackson. His second inning of work here. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me re-roll it here. Whew. Thought I lost that stupid die. Okay, 3-4-5 for Austin Jackson. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. No, Perez is actually a gold catcher. Good eye. Nope. Jackson doesn't have a good eye. He strikes out, and we go to the right now chart, it looks like. So Morin. So Jackson is neutral. So at this point, we're not going to use a manager card because nobody is nothing really to worry about here. Morin is actually hot, I believe, because he just struck out his last batter. So there's nothing to worry about here. 2-5. Hot batter. No, Jackson, he did reach on a walk, but does not signify him hot. He did not have a hit. So hot batter on the 2-5 is a no. Liner down the baseline, fielded by first baseman. So that's the second out. And we go to the top of the order. That was Avila who lines out. And it was actually Avila who walked his last time up. So, sorry, I'm looking at the card and not the line on the score sheet. So Rollins, he is 2 for 3 at a single and a double. 5-5-6. Morin is not an ace. Rollins is not a sad sack. This is a double to right, so he is 3 for 4. Solid game for Jimmy Rollins. And so that brings up Adam Eaton with a chance to score him here. They're going to stick with Morin right now. So Adam Eaton, 1-3-5, another unusual result, right? And it's going to be a blue, so runner at second. So the blue one, runner at second. Jackson just struck out Jackson. Are you playing one too? Good day, Dave. So, let's see. So I'm in the blue mini event chart, runner on second. So, this is the umpire chart. We will roll. It's a 3-4. Questionable umpire at second. No. He is lenient. Umpires rule safe. So I think what this means is that it is a line out. And that would be for the third out. There's a line out. It would be a double play if the umpire was questionable. Instead, the runner is safe, but it doesn't really matter. I believe that's still a line out to the, I don't know. Let's take a look here. Line out to shortstop, and that will end the inning. That's my... So somehow, this thing keeps shutting down on me. So that's pretty annoying, but let's see. You were, me moving to Avila, yeah, or Avila, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I know, I'm all over the place here, David. It's, getting up to speed is a fun thing, so I'm sure everybody is enjoying that at the moment. So Pujols, 1-1-2. Flash, yes, that's a strikeout, and Pujols does not have a good eye, so strikes him out. As you can see, so 1 out in Drelton Simmons. So I guess it's a good thing we kept Sale in there. At least could have brought in another guy with Flash, I suppose. And the decider died. Is that 4-4-6? So Simmons, 4-4-6. A star on the mound? Yes, he is a star. That's a ground out to second base for the second out. Carlos Perez, 2-3-4. Runners on base. Nope. Hot batter. Nope. Perez is over 2. So pops out to third base, and that will end it. Made me think about how good Oakland was, but they've done okay in the league there. So they're going to the Angels will go with Fernando Salas. Morin goes an inning and a third. He gets 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no dingers. So Salas will come in. And he will face No, right there they are. Jose Abreu. Looking for the cards. They were sitting right there in front of us. 4, 5, 6. Patient. Nope. Flies out to center, and it goes to, I believe that's the chemistry chart. And let's see, the White Sox here late in the game. Well, let's see. Well, I guess we don't have to. Well, I was going to say the White Sox might want to use it so that way they don't have to worry about that would turn them into harmonious. Well, no, they would either be neutral or harmonious based on the decider die. So, I don't know if you have to do that right away. No, I mean, both teams could do it. That would also make the Angels, certainly would turn them into harmonious. So both teams will do that. They're going to both use dugout chatter. So it improves both of them in this role here. So it's actually Avi Garcia. Been a rough day so far. And a rough day means not at work. So that's much better than a rough day. Okay, so we got 6s. And it's neutral. So 6s is the batting team harmony. Well, they were semi-dissonant, so they are neutral, so because of the dugout chatter should mean they get harmony. So that turns it into a fence swing, correct? I believe that's how you would do it. And so the batter is Avi Garcia, who is a semi-slugger. We have to re-roll this guy to see if he is a slugger. He's not. So let's roll for the fence. And it's a 1, so he is other because he's not a slugger, and so that's a double for him. And we go back to the regular chart after that. Todd Frazier. .226. Batter hit by pitch. The decider die says no. So he is not. Is it the cleanup hitter? No, it's not the cleanup hitter. Fly out to left field. And Frazier is... I guess we should re-roll this since that was used to determine whether so is Frazier a whiffer? Yes, he is. So that'll be a strikeout. That's the way I tend to play these. I don't know about anybody else, but I figure once the decider die is used to determine a question, I re-roll it for the next question. So I figure that is more fair because everything shouldn't be on or off based on one roll. 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Fernando Salas is in his first inning of work, so yes. Line out to second, that will end the inning. So, going to go to the bottom of the 8th. And let's take a look at the bullpen for the White Sox. They're going to go to Nate Jones to try and hold this game. Sale goes 7 innings. Gives up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I don't think he has any walks. 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. Did give up 1 home run to Giavotella and 1 run around. So it'll be Jones facing the bottom of the order. And Well, at the bottom of the 8th, they will hold on to their pinch hitters for a while. So let's see, what do they got here? They're gonna stick with Nava here. He's not a very good hitter, but neither is Cliff Pennington. Like I said, the Angels also. I have to come up with some cards that I can throw in here that are. So they also have Giovanni Soto on the bench. I don't have card for Giovanni Soto. He's semi-hero, semi-home run king, whiffer, stoic, icon, or semi-icon. Gentry is utility, semi-sad, sack, scrapper, semi-whiffer, and semi-gold. So they have those potential. But let's go ahead with Nava and let him go ahead and have the swing against Nate Jones. 155. That will be, is he a home run king? Well, I'll tell you what, if we had used Cliff Pennington there, this game would be tied. Instead, it is a fly out to center because Nava is not a home run king. So that's one case where if we had made the move, that might have benefited those Angels a bit. Actually, a lot. It would have tied the game. Yunel Escobar, 0 for 3, so he is cold as ice. 3-4-4. Prospect. Nope, not a prospect on the mound. It's Nate Jones. He is neutral there. Patient. Escobar is not patient. That is a pop out to second for the second out. And so that brings up Javatella, who is 2 for 3. They are going to pinch hit for Javatella with Cliff Pennington here now. And so Pennington will face Jones. 2-5-6. Struggler. No, Jones is fine. Champion or patient? Nope, neither. So it's going to be infield drama. All right, so here we go. Infield drama. Let's roll these 3 puppies. And it is a 2-2. Pitcher gold. No fielding rating for Nate Jones. Ball fumbled, batter safe at first on an error, so a little bit of hope there for, that's an E1, and it brings up Mike Trout. And actually it's going to go to the player experience chart. So Pennington at first. Pennington, stoic runner, so no reason to go and try stealing with him. Trout with the player experience chart. 4-6. Icon pitcher. Nope. Otherwise, hard shot to shallow right field. Great play. Wait, no. Great play by first baseman. Hard shot. Hard shot to shallow right. Great play by first baseman to pick. Oh, great play by first. I guess so. It's going to be a 3-1. Didn't quite understand that. So anyway, that's going to be it. That's the third out. So sorry, I'm going to get these eventually. No runs. The error doesn't hurt Jones, and so they will go to David Robertson in the bottom of the 9th if they. Not if they will have the lead going to the bottom of the 9th. 2-1. maybe it's if it's a save situation. They will stick with Fernando Salas here. No sense in burning through pitchers too much. So Brett Lawrie, cold hitter, 155. Home run king, no. He's a slugger, but not a home run king. Fly out to center field. Austin Jackson. Just a second. I want to check something out here real quick. I am burning up in this room here. Come on. No! This thing is so dumb. Okay, I'm just trying to see and make sure that I am seeing all the comments because it's my phone has stopped bringing them up. So we do have one out here. I'm just yep, I did miss some here. Yeah, so okay, good. So we're still going here. Yes, I'm thankful that we're so correct. Saturday needs to be re-rolled after it's used. Okay, good. I'm caught up here. I can get rid of this off of my screen because it's not updating anyway. So Austin Jackson, 1 out against Salas, 1-3-4, gold catcher. Yeah, Perez is a gold catcher. That's a strikeout. Must have framed it just right, and no good eye there for Awesome Jackson. Not so awesome this time. And Alex Avila, 2 outs, 1-1-2, flash. Yep, Salas has flash. Another strikeout. Avila is, well, wait, that's good eye. That's not patient. That is an eye for good eye. He does not have a good eye, so that is a strikeout. And that ends the top of the 9th. So the slimmest of margin going to the bottom of the 9th for the White Sox. They're going to try to hold on to it with David Robertson, their closer. And they've got the heart of the order here. So 1 inning for Nate Jones. He, no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, no strikeouts. He did error, so he has that going for him. Blemish. But that blemish didn't end up hurting him. So Crone will lead off. They also have Ji-Man Choi as a pinch hitter potentially. So it'll be Crone up first. 3, 5, 6. Same side. So they are both right-handers, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. That's a strikeout. So that's 1 out for Robertson. Next up is Cole Calhoun. Angels not feeling real good about this game right now. 3, 5, 6. That's the same roll. I rolled everything. I shuck them around. That is not a strikeout because Cole Calhoun is from the left. So not the same. Utility or sad sack? No. Single down the first or third base line. So a 1 out base runner for the Angels. That brings up Albert Pujols. Again, they still have Choi on the bench that they could turn to. And it's not Giavotella in the game anymore. It is Pennington. So Pennington actually is much better in his defense. So So Pujols, runner at first. Calhoun. Just double check. Yeah, he's semi-stoic. Could check to see if he steals, but let's not do that because it could. And that is a 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch, no. Cleanup batter, no. Fly out to center field. Pujols is not a whiffer, so that will be a fly out to left. And no runners can advance on that. So with 2 outs, it's going to be Andrelton Simmons. And maybe if they get to Perez, they could try Choi. 2 outs. Runner on first. 2-4-6. Control. Nope, he doesn't have control. Eager. Yes. Pop out to third base, and that will end the ball game. So the Angels cannot come back against Robertson. Robertson will get the save. That is your ball game. Low scoring affair. 2-1 is your final. Salas did give up 1 hit. He went 2 innings. No runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, no home runs. So we've got 8 hits for the Sox. And let's see. He did give 1 hit. Give up 1 hit. I should be doing this. I should standardize this. So let's see. 5.2 and 1.1 to give 9.0, 8, 2, 2, 2, no home runs, no runs, none of those. 1 strikeout, no walk. 9.0 here for the visiting team. 5 hits, so we will fill that in up here. 5 hits for the Angels, 1 run. It was earned. No walks. I've heard a lot about there being a lot of walks in History Maker, and at least for this game, because of Sale being a control and flash, I think that kept the walks down. Probably the control as much as anything. Santiago wasn't. They did give up 2 walks. I think that was to Santiago, so you could see there it does give up a little bit. Errors. There was at least 1. There were 2 on the White Sox. I don't think there were any on the Angels. So that's it. Now again, this carries over to the next game in a way, because now the Angels have lost 1 and the White Sox have won 1. So when you start the next game, that takes you to a place where you have to roll and see if the team is harmonious or not. Also, the unhappiness for Laurie will adjust that a little bit more, but probably will make them semi-dissonant, because I think if you have only won 1 game, it has to be a 1 if you're going to be completely harmonious. So you subtract his unhappiness, and that takes it down to 0, I believe. So, and for the Angels, they will be stormy, or whatever you want to call it. But that's okay. So, fun game. This took a long time. I'm hoping that, I'll do all the legwork ahead of time. I just wanted to kind of show it out there a bit. But that legwork can be done offline. That'll help cut down on the time. So, again, we're going to be doing a bunch of games. Doing it the same kind of thing, 54 games for each team. So I'm just thinking about that and going, wow. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. It might take 2 years, but we'll get there. Let's see. Watching Dave at baseball demos and Earl play this game. I think second season. Yeah, I'd love to see what their football game is like. So, but maybe baseball demo says 30. Yeah, I think once you get used to setting up in some of the things that once you learn it, you kind of take them for granted. Some of this stuff about the happiness and the flash and fresh and getting used to. No, that's horrible. I hope you guys didn't see that. If you guys saw that, I really apologize. This is not pretty. Whatever this is, I hope you guys stay far, far away from it, because you start out with a sore throat and then it just kind of settles in and turns you into a sneezing, coughing, snotty mess. So in any regard, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I haven't talked to Tabletop Earl yet to see if he has anything planned today. I think he was off, so I'm hoping I'm not usurping too much of the Tabletop Baseball channel, but if I am, he can go at the same time. We know we have that worked out. So White Sox win first game of the Tenacious History Maker Baseball League. That's what it's going to be called. Instead of TBL, it'll be THMBL. It's pretty awkward, but hey. It's almost starts to remind you of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back with another game at some point in the very near future. Thanks a lot for watching, and shout out again to Baseball Demos who provided this game for me, and I love the aspects that are sort of the extra parts of it that are that kind of tell the story behind the games and everything. So thank you a lot, David, and I guess I owe you one here one of these days. So if we ever get together, maybe a beer, or I don't know, pat on the back, something like that. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and history maker on. Make history. Maybe that's what I should say. Have a great day and make some history.